Hello there everybody and welcome to part 17 of Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD. So, I wanted to check into the Lumping Pumpkin real quick because I'm not sure, but I think the guy has another job for us. Yep. I could have done this like last video, but I actually kind of forgot. Oh, you're here just in time. Just in time for another job, that is. Your next job is to help pick the pumpkins. And I don't want to hear no moaning and complaining. Fine. This should be an easy one for you. Kina spends her afternoons picking pumpkins in the patch out back. Carry those to the storage shed. Kina can give you the detail. Oh no, is this what I'm thinking? You can only... Yeah. We can only work on that during the day. Which, thankfully, it's daytime right now. Which is the only time that we can do things. So... yeah, let's go help out Kina at the pumpkin patch during the daytime because we can't do anything at night because, of course. Yo. Oh, and your next job has been decided. Looks like you'll be helping with the pumpkin harvest. What a relief. Do you have any idea how heavy these pumpkins are? Yes. Oh yeah, you think it's going to be a piece of pumpkin cake, do you? Let's make this more interesting. How about you carry 5 pumpkins at once? Better take it slow or you'll risk dropping them. Just get out there and haul those pumpkins. Haul ass! I'll show you where you need to carry the pumpkins. Oh god, it is. It totally is. We need to carry the pumpkins to that storage shed. And we need to walk slowly. If they start leaning to the right, move right. If they start leaning left, move left. Oh god, this is gonna be a thing. This is gonna be a thing. Okay. So, this task is kind of a nightmare. Yeah, this task is kind of a nightmare because you have to constantly spend your time leading the pumpkins, or rather balancing the pumpkins. And you just have to absolutely, positively make sure that they don't fall. I mean, I've done everything perfect up to this point. Surely this can't go wrong. Yeah, this is kind of a nightmare because, like, oh god. Because you could end up right there in the storage shed and then, whoops, you drop them. Okay. Go. Oh god. Please make it. I want to get to the next area because it's actually a really good area. Yes, sir. I just knew you would come through. You managed to carry them all. Guess that means you're done carrying pumpkins. Thank you very much. Yeah. First try. I'm perfect. I didn't have anything to worry about. I'm good. I'm fine. You don't have to worry. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine! Impressive. You're done harvesting all the pumpkins. Don't celebrate yet. You still got a ways to go before you paid off that chandelier. I know that. I'm good. Now we can get on to the more fun stuff. Adventure! Yeah! Adventure! Don't hit me, Octorox. Adventure! Yay for more interesting things. We only had like one video of filler and that was it. Because we've been so very efficient because nothing really opens up until like the next dungeon is done. So let's not waste any time. Let's go! A report, Master Link. We've arrived at Lanayru Mine. This arid region was transformed into a desert over the course of several hundred years. And that's all the information that you get. Hell yeah, bro. The name of mine, boys. Let's go. I'm particularly excited about this. My projections show that Zelda... Oh, I'm sorry. My projections show that Zelda must have traveled through this area. That's all the information that you get. That's all the information that you get about Lanayru Desert. It's an arid region that's been transformed by sand over the course of several hundred years. That's everything that you get out of this information. Am I forgetting that there is a place to go? I'm pretty sure that... Oh yeah, that's right. We can't get... Yeah, that's right. We can't go there yet, actually. Okay. But there is a goddess cube back here. I figured as much. I didn't miss. That was fake. I did it. First try. Okay. So, let us go. Let's do this. Yeah, you can tell I'm particularly excited about this one. Because Lanayru, the best. The best. Alright. So, let's see. Gotta push this minecart. And that depletes stamina for a reason. And let's see if we can blow up both of these at once. But not before we encounter yellow choo-choos. These are capable of generating electricity through short bursts of time. As with other choo-choos, I suggest you remain on guard. If you make contact with this type of choo-choo when it is charged, give you a shock. Then it will attempt to feed on you. This is not pleasant. It is not pleasant. Thanks, Fi. So, probably your only hope is probably the Skyward Strike or any other item. But I would just rather go with the Skyward Strike, actually. Because that is a good bet. That is a good weapon to use against, you know, yellow choo-choos. And this brings the element of electricity into play. The Iron Shield is not good for electricity at all, so avoid using it if you can. And yeah, that's why I suggested bringing the wooden shield with you. So get these rupees right there. Skyward Strike these fools. Get their 2 jellies. And store up more bombs, which I keep forgetting that's B, not ZL. Or ZR. Okay. The moment of truth. The moment of truth. Is she gonna ruin the explanation of this thing? Let's find out. She doesn't ruin it! I knew this remaster was worth $60. Yeah, boys! One of my favorite mechanics, and what we just picked up was an ancient flower. A flower that was said to bloom in ancient times, mostly in Lanayru province. Its roots yield a precious oil. This is one of my absolute favorite mechanics in Skyward Sword. And Fi basically, in the original game, ruined this moment of discovery by explaining, hey, look at this beautiful stuff that just happened. Then Fi comes in. Hey, Master, look at this. It seems that this has changed the area a little bit. And I'm like, dude, don't ruin it. Like, seriously, this is, yeah. Where do you come from? Zzz. We're here to collecting Timeshift Stones and transporting them to Lanayru mining facility. Stay away from the blue stones. They're too dangerous for humans. So, yeah, these guys, basically, they exist in the before times. Because if we do this again, then everything will go back to the way it is. But hit it again, and everything will go back to the way it was before. So, the Timeshift Stones are one of my favorite mechanics of Skyward Sword for a reason. Because it's just so cool, and the puzzle opportunities for this thing are really, really enormous. And I can tell you straight up right now that they make full use of the Timeshift Stones. They really do. So, these little robots are called the LD-301 series. And these are just cute little robots. Like, I like their hats. I like the fact that they don't have any arms. Their hands are just carried by electricity. They're so cool. They're really cool. But you definitely have noticed that there is a certain range to Timeshift Stones. So, yeah, Timeshift Stones only affect, like, a certain amount of range in the area. Like, this is as far as the Timeshift Stones energy can go. And we had to push this minecart over here so that it can be activated in the past. So now, we can do the thing. We can very much do the thing now. And, I think I'm forgetting something back there. Now, whenever you're riding on these minecarts, you can't actually jump off here. You just have to wait until the ride is finished. So, yeah, I kind of wish that you could get off anytime you wanted, but unfortunately, that doesn't seem to be the case here. Another thing to add to the list of changes that I would want the remaster to be. Anyway, I wanted to go in here because there is a treasure chest in here and another LD robot here to talk to. Another red rupee for us. Huh? You're looking for work? Then get rid of that funny looking hat and come back with a helmet. Vroom. Link don't need a helmet. That's what Mario needs a helmet for. Making levels. I can easily explode this pile of rock, thank you very much. Link don't need no helmet. Besides, if Link were to have a helmet, then something like this would happen. And with that bomb exploding, we discovered something cool. We got its Timeshift Stone that's just right there. Except this one pours out of the ground, and it's a very limited range. It's a weaker variant of the Timeshift Stone, but the mechanics stay relatively the same. And see, this is what Skyward Sword is all about. The Timeshift Stones power us, as well as the machines we use. Vreet! That's why we have to stay hard at work. Zoop! Again, I like these little robots, especially the guys with the Wolverine claws. And you should take a tour of the Lanayru mining facility. Zoop! I should, eh? Interesting. Anyway, that's what makes Skyward Sword Skyward Sword is about the adventure, and also understandably, many people seem to think that this sense of discovery is ruined by Fi. Which is why I am very thankful. I am very thankful that this version exists. I am very thankful that the HD version now exists because with the fact that she limits her interruptions, are limited now, I can safely say without a doubt that the player discovery is more or less is more or less now actually yours and not just the video game telling you after it just happened. It's like that's always been like a pet peeve of mine when it comes to video games. Like, or rather, probably I can probably excuse it in like things like anime because, you know, in like stuff like Pokemon or like any anime series that involves like fighting in some way, whether it be like Pokemon battles or fights in Dragon Ball Z or fights in My Hero Academia, they do have to cut back to the characters to like just basically tell the audience what's happening. And anime does this like all the time. So it's just like a trope that you will have to get used to. So yeah, I can sort of forgive it there. But like when it comes to like actual video games, like you discover this like real, like let's just say that you discover this like really cool mechanic in a video game, right? Like a newly released game, Deathloop. I think that's a really cool idea for a first-person shooter, like being able to teleport wherever you want and just kicking people and just shooting people and using many different methods, like essentially like going back in time. That's pretty cool. But I can probably imagine like the video game, if it were designed something like Skyward Sword, it would probably go something like this. You discover this really cool ability to do stuff. And then once you're ready to test out this theory or this mechanic, in comes Fi being all like, "Hey master, look at what you just did. Somehow you are able to do this thing. And here's what to do in order to do the thingy." And the player's like, "Yeah, I get it." It's the same rule. It's the same rule as, you know, I hate to bring up sequelitis, but Mr. Pokemon Legends looks like a PS3 game has a point. Like, if video games have to explain to you what happens, then it takes away the discovery of what the player feels, you know? That's just how it is. Like, you can't take away player discovery, because if the game has to tell you, hey, you can do this really cool thing, instead of letting the player figure it out all by themselves, then it wouldn't be as cool because it didn't really feel like the player really discovered it, you know? It will just feel like you're being given another tutorial by the video game. When the Chad Breath of the Wild, speaking as a fan of Skyward Sword, when the Chad Breath of the Wild did a whole lot better in explaining things in like 1-second tutorials, it does very well. You know that you have a well-designed game right there. Gerudo Dragonfly, a desert insect that will fly far to escape capture. Creep on it to catch it. So it's like player discovery is letting the player discover mechanics on their own is what makes Breath of the Wild so good. Is because the game allows you to play on your own. And very thankfully, Skyward Sword HD tries to mitigate that issue, that Fi interrupts you every few seconds and allows you to play the game on your own. Let you go on the adventure. Let you do all the very cool things. And get this golden skull. So, once again, I'm very thankful that Skyward Sword HD exists at all, because Fi interrupting you far less in regular gameplay, only interrupting you when she feels like it, I suppose, is really good to me. And also, I made a terrible, terrible mistake with that. Let me fix that. Thank you. I don't see many humans around here. Vert, are you interested in the Timeshift Stones? Fweep. Yes. That's basically what you guys been saying for the past like 10 minutes. Am I interested in Timeshift Stones? Yeah, because they're like one of the best mechanics in this game. So, it's cool. It's really cool. Are you gonna say I'm interested? My friend was kidnapped the other day, Vert, and they sucked out all of his electricity. Bzzzt. Oh man, we gotta find him. We gotta find him, and I also gotta kill that Quadro Baba. Thank you. All right, losers, get in. We're gonna go on a minecart ride. Oh wait, I forgot those rupees. Frick. Oh, never mind. It's probably too late for them anyway. And hello, sir. Hello, ma'am. We have made it, yes. We have arrived at Lanayru Desert. The terrain of this area changed dramatically as climate forces rapidly turned it into a desert. I have confirmed numerous areas of quicksand. Should you sink sand, should you step in sink sand, it will be swallowed by the desert. Bodily danger has increased by 30%. As a safety measure, I recommend you check your terrain on your map with the minus button. My readings show that Zelda indicate that Zelda has passed through here. As previously stated, this area is highly dangerous. I suggest reuniting with her quickly to determine the motivations behind her actions at Elden Province. I really am starting to see the difference between 30 frames per second and 60 right here. I really am. I really wish I could do it, but you know, I may have an Epic Gamer PC, but it's not epic enough. I'm sorry, but not to take away from the moment, but yeah, we're here at the Lanayru Desert. As you can see, it is sprawling with adventure and probably some puzzles to do. So we will do that next time. So I will see you guys on the next time. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. And yes, the upgrade from 480p to 1080p is so big that we don't need those freaking lines anymore that go across the skies or whenever you're engulfed in light. Seriously, what is up with that in the Wii version?